which will be crazy.
You know you're 5'8". I'm not 5'8", dickhead.
I mean, last year they had to go to RA and Team WE. This year it's looking more likely they'll have to go
I'm not 5'8". I have a tape measure right here.
And RNG. So you know what? We'll figure it out. We'll see if that ends up kind of continuing in. But of course, EDG now put themselves into the losers bracket. They are obviously one game away from the finals. They will play the loser of today. And again, there's no easy opponents. I think this is for the first time in a very long while. We're not having a very obvious favorite coming into the last few games of the split.
No, definitely no.
1-7, like
gonna be so
9-8-ish.
We were on it earlier, right? We've seen these two teams play before. I mean, we've seen them play many times, but we've seen this level of a rivalry be there before.
What the fuck? There's a mark at the 30 centimeter.
JDG
oh,
versus
that's
TS in the grand thing
Never
once
mind.
again.
Forget about
that time.
I'm 180. No one asked. Chat, if you're 177 or 8 centimeters, are you allowed to say that you're 180? Like, it's close enough.
Summer, it was Knight Syndra, huge scout of the week. Like
if you have a 6.78 like.
Yeah, I mean,
that's 7 inches. Now, I'm not saying any body part specifically, but this is just...
We're going to be very excited.
Round up generously.
We potentially have,
I think it's only fair. I'm 193 and I round down. Shut the fuck up. You never rounded down in your life. You can't go 4.1 to 5, dude. That's absolute scam. End of the day, I honestly don't think a lot of girls actually know like exact height measurements. Like they have, you could be 5'10", say you're 6 foot. A lot of them just have no idea. I've seen some chicks see a guy at 6'2", 6'3", and they're like, yeah, he's 6 foot. No, he's actually 6'2", 6'3", he's a giant. You have a bad perception of measurement, unfortunately for you. Chad, if you're 6'1" or 6'2" as a guy, you don't really need to be funny or have a personality, right? You just show up. Us sub 6 foot guys, like, we have to be hilarious, jacked, shredded, ripped, successful. It sucks, man.
20% is absolutely unheard of.
Luckily for me, I'm all of those things I listed. Thank Christ. Fuck, it's rough.
JDG just know how to work with this, and this combination of Kanavi and 369.
Bro, chicks like ugly tall guys. I'm telling you right now, they don't mind it. How to become you? You want to swap lives for a couple of weeks? I'll do it. Try and live a day in my shoes, man. You won't last. You'd start streaming. Hi guys. Today. And then you'll enter League of Legends and not pop off like I usually do.
Small little note which we obviously can touch on a little bit more heavily when draft comes in
guys,
is the Sejuani. Sejuani's going to be such a huge power.
It's just not happening. Midbeast, all you do is run it down in League. I've never ran it down in my life.
The guy who's setting everything up for
what is he ranting about? I'm just angry. I'm not 6'3".
Not being on TS before, not really being part of this on FPS.
Don't get it wrong. Like I'm just under 6 foot. Don't get it twisted. I'm not short.
In the mix.
But I wish I had like an extra 3 or 4 inches.
Without the mid lane.
On my height,
I feel like that's one thing both of these guys do incredibly well is play around their mid laners. And when we have a mid laner like Knight on one side, Yagao on the other, two who come from the same city.
Midbeast, I'm 5'8", and you are pissing me off.
Yeah,
Stop complaining.
Brawl even is
little short king.
Very pivotal one. And
sorry, little bro. Just calm down. There are Korean shoes, and they give you extra inches in height. Dude, if you wear height lifts, like I couldn't imagine anything more embarrassing than like being out, picking up a girl, getting back home, taking your shoes off, and just instantly you just boom, just deflate. Like, wouldn't that be the most awkward thing?
Very different champion pools, right? To where we know things like the Azir are able to come out for Yagao, but
she's like looking up at you and looks fucking straight in your face.
And like backline assassination.
Just keep them on in the.
Very comfortable going through.
Yeah, it's funny as well.
Just tell her the shoes stay on. You can't tell how tall you are if you're like
just kind of scale into the
not
game.
standing up.
Not for Yagao.
Just say that.
Yagao is not that kind.
Why is this grown man still talking about height? Like women actually care?
Absolutely. I think that's the best way we can kind of put it too. Is that both these both these mid laners will be able to do so much more.
So delusional.
In the situation that they're needed.
We can't complain. Men complain when a woman is too tall.
Definitely very
true.
We showed how much JDG
all chicks definitely struggle.
The map 369 has been an absolute animal.
If only there was an option, like all the tall chicks that didn't want their height could evenly distribute out to all the short guys that want an extra inches. Wouldn't the world be a better place? Like can't like Riot or God like code a new patch note comes through for that? Can't be that fucking hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a single man, do you feel discriminated against?
As well, that, like, you know, Top Esports such a great regular season performance, and I gotta remind
I feel
people,
a lot of things.
there was only 2 games in the difference. It was 29 wins and 9 losses to Top Esports, and 30
Who'd you place
wins
bets
and
on?
12 losses to the side of JDG.
This is my multi. I'm multiing
so in terms of
the Top Esports to win and then T1 to win on the weekend. If we win that, we're plus $500.
Towards the middle part of the split, JDG
Midbeast and his family can eat this week. If not,
pretty much
bad news,
everybody
kids.
And anybody, but very
Getting
excited
2-minute
to see how
noodles
they're
for lunch,
gonna
dinner.
move forward with this one. And
No
not only
breakfast.
that as well, but because
What's considered tall for a girl?
To this point, JDG,
I think for a girl to be 5'10" and above is pretty tall.
Like you said, I mean, interesting. Like
Depends what country you're in.
Kind of repeat
All the chicks in Netherlands are 5'10" and above. All the men are 6 foot and above.
But I think coming in,
Not all the men. There are actually some. Are you 5'11"? I'm like 5'11", 5'10".
They've already shown the Morgana jungle as well, so it makes you wonder
like 5'11".
how more. Kind of
yeah, but there is some short guys in the Netherlands, like legitimately short. Like I'm talking like 5'7" ish.
Prepped for these picks to come out.
Like a lot of them obviously have moved there, and it's a struggle. Auxiliary, what height are you, and what height do you look for in a man? Just curious. Like, do you care about height at all?
Very much a bit risky, very much kind of the style of like, oh god,
5'6".
it's going to turn around.
You look for a guy 6 foot.
Gold ahead. Now they're only
4 inches. I mean, that's a good gap, I'd say. You can wear heels or whatever.
Yeah, and you know, even
that's 6 inches. 6 inches, 4 inches. Like, who knows the difference in that? Like, that's totally fine.
But Mark
in the US, height is actually a really big thing.
What he was able to do in that series in team fights for the
not just a US thing. It's global. My friend is an Australian football player, but he's 6'4".
As well, like you mentioned, it's going to be about what you can do on the side of Top Esports.
Football player, 6'4".
This top side pressure
I bet he's
from the
buff.
side of JDG. And
what type of football are you talking about?
Exploit the fact that, you know, if they are able to get those at the plan of that bot,
American football. Fringe, not real football then.
I will say as well,
I thought you were talking about rugby or like AFL.
Midbeast,
the reason in Netherlands people are that tall is because there was a moment in history where women only reproduce with tall guys.
In my opinion, he is
Are you serious? So if you were short in the Netherlands, you just didn't get to reproduce. Wow, what a shit card to be dealt with. Jesus Christ. Chat, I want to buy an 85k AP as a for my wrist, but like
has a tremendous amount of resources or attention given.
I also don't. But I think they look really nice. It's like my favorite watch, but like
numbers like 369 is on the opposite side.
I kind of feel like it's a scam.
Above average in lane, like able to consistently.
But why? I don't know. It just looks nice, man.
And then just every few games,
it generally just looks nice.
Where he is under the most pressure.
Get a DG Vice.
In a huge game 5, and for TS that was a series
that decided
to go to Worlds. Be that stable pillar that is.
What is this? Digivice Pokemon Adventure? Are you trolling? Is it a watch? Digivice watch.
Delving into the meta right now, because of course we have shifted into a more enchanter-based meta. Of course, it does feel like the likes.
I used to have Tamagotchis at school.
Definitely feeling
they got banned though.
Midbeast,
don't buy a Digimon. Spend that money on Hustlers University. That's how you get the girls.
Because of the unique champion pool that we had in the mid lane, and other teams have
Hustlers University
have started to use it as a flex as well.
I don't get it. So you buy that guy's course, and then you learn how to hustle? Like, you learn how to make money? Those type of things always seem like a scam. Like, whenever you have to pay people money to learn how to make money, it's usually a scam. Why wouldn't they make money themselves? Dude, whenever I see some investing guy being like, I made millions doing my thing, buy my course. I'm like, bro, if you had millions, there's no way you're just fucking pushing all your shit content to like 100 viewers. Like, what's going on here, man? It's just no chance, right?